This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Thursday, January 19th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. New United Way of Allen County CEO Robert Hayworth says as he works to better familiarize himself with the community, he's focused on helping the organization with its strategic shift in priorities. He said some of the priorities, such as food security, are issues facing not just the county, but the country.
It's pretty remarkable to think that 1/3 of our county live in what we call food deserts. We really want to look at that and try to understand why that is.
Hayworth began his tenure earlier this month after being named to the position in November. Board Chair John Cord said Hayworth's experience in public education made him a prime candidate for the job.
He had a unique skill set coming from being a superintendent of schools around the state of Indiana, of being not only exposed from the school corporation standpoint to those 4 initiatives and the impact that it has on the kids, but ultimately in his capacity as superintendent, I think he got a chance to see the impact not only on the children, but the entire family unit as well.
Last summer, the organization detailed a shift to a new strategic focus on 4 priorities: educational opportunities, mental health access, food security, and housing stability. The IU Angel Network is investing in Hot Mic, an interactive streaming platform designed for watch parties, live shopping, esports, and other virtual events. The Chicago-based company, founded by Indiana University alum Sean Longworth, will receive $250,000 from the network. Marian University's Ancilla College in Plymouth has appointed Dr. Natalie Tucker, current department head of agriculture, as the college's new dean of academics. Tucker will succeed Dr. Gaylyn Crossley, who will return to the university's Indianapolis campus to serve in the office of the provost. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Has your company grown at a rapid pace over the last 2 years? Nominations are now being accepted for Fast 25, IBJ's exclusive list of fastest growing companies in Central Indiana. Honorees will be spotlighted in a special publication in the IBJ and celebrated at an event on May 9th. Check out the changes to this year's criteria to see if your company qualifies. Learn more and submit your nomination by March 1st at ibj.com/nominations.
In today's business environment, every company is a tech company. Interested in learning more about emerging technology trends that can make an impact on your strategy in 2023? Join us February 15th for IBJ's Technology Power Breakfast to hear from top tech entrepreneurs, investors, and up-and-comers. Our panelists will dive into key issues and trends that will inspire fresh ideas. RSVP or reserve a corporate table for 10 by February 9th at ibj.com/events.
A study conducted by the Indiana Department of Transportation indicates the Terre Haute Regional Airport has a $273 million economic impact, according to our partners at WTWO-TV. The 2022 Indiana State Aviation Economic Impact Study ranks Terre Haute #1 among general aviation airports in the state. Executive Director Jeff Hauser said the airport has seen 10% annual growth. Terre Haute Mayor Duke Bennett said the economic impact numbers are more than significant and reflect the growth of the city's east side.
It's a jewel that we really have in our community. And so when you look at economic development activity, this generates its own little world out here at the airport with much more potential for growth. You're going to see much more retail and other kinds of businesses coming out on 46. The casino, obviously, we're going to build a new firehouse. Out on this side is the city of Terre Haute, and we're looking at an athletic facility, water park, that'll be located somewhere on the east side, most likely.
Although the airport in Vigo County does not offer commercial passenger service, it does offer corporate flights, flight school training, and recreational flying. Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology has received a $3.5 million grant from Indianapolis-based Lilly Endowment that will allow the school to expand offerings of its Ask Rose homework help program. The institute says the funding will allow it to add more resources to help middle and high school students, including historically underserved students, with their math and science homework, such as hiring bilingual students to create dedicated Spanish-speaking tutoring hours. The grant will also support a new outreach program called Rose STEM that equips historically underserved students with additional resources to pursue STEM fields. A new study from Purdue University shows the economic impact of Indiana's horse racing and breeding industry has more than doubled over the past decade. The university said the industry contributed $933 million directly to the state's economy and generated a total of $1.4 billion in economic activity in 2021. Indiana Horse Racing Commission Chairman Phil Borst.
It does touch the whole state of Indiana. I mean, all 92 counties have a piece of this action, whether they have farms on there. And of course, there's only 2 racetracks, but when you look at Anderson and Shelbyville, what they've done to help the communities there is amazing. So it's not just in a few places, it's throughout the whole state of Indiana.
The state saw a nearly 60% increase in the number of horses owned, trained, or bred between 2007 and 2020, according to the study. The leader of Elanco Animal Health is challenging city officials, business people, and civic leaders to take a hard look at the future of downtown Indianapolis. Wes Mills has more.
Speaking during a luncheon hosted by the Economic Club of Indiana on Wednesday, CEO Jeff Simmons said he's had conversations with Mayor Joe Hogsett and several business leaders in recent weeks about the downtown struggles with homelessness, infrastructure, talent attraction and retention, and real estate. Elanco, currently based in Greenfield, last year broke ground on a new $100 million headquarters at the former General Motors stamping plant site near downtown Indy, just west of the White River. It plans to complete the facility in the next 24 to 30 months. Simmons said downtown's largest priorities should be centered on 3 areas: solving pockets of poverty downtown and solving homelessness issues, foregoing political points to focus on a more inclusive and inviting downtown business and living environment, and bringing in more downtown attractions focused on cultural and community events and activities. Simmons proposed that businesses, not-for-profits, and public entities all take a deeper interest in downtown by designating senior executives to lead individual efforts on downtown immersion and engagement. He said all parties need to have an aligned agenda to get the ball rolling, potentially starting with homelessness. He said he believes that most downtown business owners and executives are in agreement that the city is at a critical juncture, but added that he believes, quote, there needs to be another gear, another level of urgency to improve the downtown area over the next 2 years. Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.
Sports media personality Dan Dockage is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.